Welcome back to Road to Fire. We're a family of three documenting our journey to fire, financial independence, retire early. Let's chat about our order of investing for fire. I will share what accounts we focus on and our current strategy for the remainder of the quarter with all real numbers, so please hang with me. Our goal is to create an optimized investing strategy, a strategy where our dollars are working harder than we could ever. It's important to determine your ideal asset allocation first, then outline what accounts to place those assets within. After reading a few financial books and binge watching several YouTube channels, we think we have a good investing flow to help us reach FI. Your investing strategy may not look the same as ours because it's based on our own personal fire goals and timeline. There isn't a one size fits all, so adjust and change as needed. So what is order of investing? Order of investing should answer the questions, where should you invest your money first and why? It's a perfect way to determine a clear sequence of investing to optimize each dollar that you earn or receive. There are several different investing accounts, but here are the most common. The first are company-sponsored accounts such as 401ks or 403bs. Then there are individual retirement accounts including Roths. You also will have the option for custodial accounts or college saving plans for parents. There are taxable brokerage accounts like M1 Finance or Robinhood. And then our favorite is the HSA or the health savings account tied to high deductible health plans. We created a flow that works best for us in these investing accounts. Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor and this video is intended for entertainment purposes only, and it holds only my friendly thoughts and opinions. But if you're looking to make adjustments to your investments, consult a financial advisor. Okay, when investing, we always start by hitting our company's 401k match first. And to be clear, we make it a priority to always hit the match percentage because it's free money. So who doesn't want free money? If our company is offering a match, then we invest to hit at least the match first. Right now, my company gives 3% and then 50% up to 5%. And my husband's company matched to, I believe, 5%. Well, his old company did, and I have to verify with his new one. These aren't stellar, but it's still free money. My last company matched up to 10%. I definitely missed that. Make it a habit to take advantage of this benefit, and if you're interviewing, ask about this program for your future employer as well. Now, the number two account is the HSA for us, or the health savings account. We set this up during our open enrollment period and have planned to max it out. For 2021, I believe it is $7,200 for a family. We do our 401k match and our HSA elections at the same time. These are a must for us. Because my company also contributes to our HSA, we are again getting free money here as well. Now, on top of free money, the HSA has a triple tax advantage. I made an entire video about the HSA and will link that here if you're interested. But here's a snapshot. An HSA is offered with a high deductible health plan, and at one is funded with pre-tax dollars. This means the government doesn't get a piece of your dollars, which is always a win. Two, once you hit, I believe, $1,000, you can invest your money and you will not have to pay taxes on your interest or investments earning, which is also amazing. Three, you are able to make tax-free payments for qualified medical expenses. Now, I can't stress this enough. As you get older, one of your highest expenses will probably be medical expenses, unfortunately. So this count would definitely be needed. Right now, we have about $2,500 invested in our HSA and a total of $3,300 in this account. Now, after we hit the minimum match in our 401ks and max out our HSAs, we then invest in our individual retirement accounts or our IRAs. We are not only contributing to our IRAs, but we both have Roths that we can't contribute to right now directly, but will come in handy later when we get closer towards our FIRE goal and timeline. We use our IRAs for two main reasons. First, whenever we leave a company, we transfer all of our old 401ks to our IRAs with Vanguard to keep all of our investments in one place, and it makes it much easier to manage overall. We are then able to select the funds we like versus being restricted by a company's plan. Secondly, these accounts have tax benefits. For a traditional IRA, we are able to decrease our taxable income by $6,000 a year, decreasing our overall tax liability. And with the Roth, the benefits are even better. You're able to use after-tax dollars to fund this account, making your account grow tax-free, meaning once you put in your money, it's completely yours as you paid your tax on the way in already. By far, one of the best accounts to open. Now, there are backdoor Roths you can do to bypass the income restrictions, which we will take advantage of in the near future, but we max out our IRAs every year, and this is basically on autopilot for us. Right now, both of our contributions to date are just around $1,500 each. Now, these three accounts are a must-have for us. We don't see them as 1, 2, or 3, as all three is something we do all the time despite where we are working or if income has changed. I know that being able to do all three steps is a privilege, and we are fortunate to be in this position. But remember that every time we decide to invest now, we are decreasing our take-home pay. This means we are making lifestyle adjustments to hit our overall investing goals by choice. And as our income has increased, we found it easier to hit these three investing goals year over year. I personally make an effort to take and use all the benefits my employer provides. If they are offering free money, programs, coaching, therapy, courses, or anything within my overall compensation package, I am right there utilizing them all. Call me frugal, but I've realized that most people don't take these steps. So number 4 is a new one for us. We are now aiming to max out both our 401ks this year. We have always contributed above the match, but this year we are striving to max them out. Now I've already contributed about 21% and my husband is around the same. We will front load my contributions and then work on his later in the year. Next month we get an extra paycheck, so I made the adjustments to my contributions to help us reach our goals sooner. I hope to max out my accounts by the end of Q2, but I do hate seeing our take-home pay decrease, but it's all a part of the plan. In 2021, the contribution limit is around $19,500, and this will help us lower your taxable income, which is key for us. This year we had a higher than normal tax bill, and I know this could have helped offset it a bit if we maxed them out last year. So step 5 is setting aside money in a taxable brokerage account. Most people call this their play money, but I see it as my freedom dollars. There are no limits to how much I can put in. I don't have penalties or age restrictions to watch out for. These dollars are things that I can use on anything at any time. Our taxable brokerage account is for quick access during early retirement and will help us transition into the Roth ladder or geo arbitrage easier. I will share our FIRE plan soon. I'm working on that video and I hope to get it out sometime next week. But there is one thing to note about taxable brokerage accounts, and that is how capital gains are taxed. Capital gains are the profits from the sale of an asset and are generally considered taxable income. How much these gains are taxed depends on how long you held the asset before selling. There are different tax implications based on how long you've held your assets. The split is based on if you've held your assets for over a year or less than a year. We are long-term investors, so we don't hold any assets for less than a year. But there are many calculators online to help you estimate your potential tax bill. Now, if we didn't have kids, then we'd be done here. Accounts 1 through 4 is a great start to building a solid investment portfolio for FIRE. But for those of us pursuing FIRE with children, there are other options to keep in mind. We didn't really know what type of investment account we wanted for our child until about 6 months after he was born. Before that, we were saving all of his gifts in cash and money in a basic high-yield savings account with Capital One. We still have this account, but have transitioned to something a bit more efficient. Now, number 5 is investing for our child. We originally opted for an UGMA, but now have an UPMA, and there are 529 plans available as well if you choose. This is the last account we fund in our total sequence, and I'll get to the why in a bit. But we opted for an UPMA account because it gives us the ability to design the right portfolio for our son for long-term growth with limited parameters. Now, this type of account will definitely impact my son's chances of receiving FAFSA for college, but we never expected anything based on our current income. The great thing about an UTMA is that it doesn't have to be used for college, which was the number one reason why we chose this account. We have no idea what our son would choose as his path in 15 years from now, but we wanted to be prepared. Now, funding our son's brokerage account or trust fund is the last account we fund because our son has time. He is just about here while we are about here on the timeline. My son is 3 and he has nothing but time on his hand. If we invested $300 a month like we are right now for the next 15 years with an 8% rate of return, he'll have over $160,000 in his brokerage account, more than we even planned. And that would be at 18. But if we extend it out to just say 30 years old, the amount of money he would have would be more than enough to give him options on any path he chooses. But we fund his account last, not because he is our last priority, but because he has the most time on his hand. But honestly, one of the best gifts a parent can give to a child is for the parent or us to be financially independent. I know that if I can become financially independent, it will give my son a head start in his life. So once you find a sequence, the rest is easy. You simply have to rinse and repeat every time you get to a new job and set everything on autopilot. We haven't made adjustments as we have seen our net worth and our investment grow using this strategy. I think the only thing that would be wise is to find a company with a higher match to help your accounts grow even faster. Let me know what is your order of investing in the comments below or how you differ from our strategy. Keep in mind that what works for you doesn't have to work for us or anyone else. Find the plan that aligns within your own personal goals. Now, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. Until next time.